Hello everyone, welcome back to the forest. This week I did something for myself. I went out in my 1986 Toyota Land Cruiser 60 series. This is really the first time I took it out to try and just see how it would do off-roading. There's some hills, some ruts and rocks and things like that. Last time I took it out, it was on a pretty flat area with just a little bit of snow. No cooking in this episode. I really just wanted to see if I could build some trust in this vehicle. It sat for 10 years. It was neglected. I put a little elbow grease into this thing and it seems like it's running really well. So sit back, enjoy the video. So I just thought I'd bring the 60 out and do a little bit more extensive off-road testing. First time I took it out, there was snow. Couldn't get up in this area, too much ice. Went out to the desert area. It was just a pretty flat road with just a little bit of kind of slurpy snow on it. So this is the first time I've really got it out and put it through some ruts and climbed some hills, let it run for a long time. Now that I fixed that parking brake, I just pull up, put it in neutral, take it out of gear, pull the parking brake on, leave it running, and get out, set up my camera. Even on a hill back there was like this. I did put a rock behind the tire just in case, but it was holding. It's working really good. And it's kind of got this auto adjusting feature, so once I put that new cable on, it's pretty much adjusted itself, and it's working really good. But some of the things that, I come out and I drive it around town a little bit or whatever. It gives me the new ideas of what I want to do next, the little things, right? I changed the oil on it yesterday, put a new pressure sender on there. It's not working, so I got to troubleshoot that. The gas tank, when I just stop right now, I could hear it rumbling because it's a high pressure fuel pump that recirculates back to the tank. And so I need to check that there's some of these vents in the charcoal canister and the vents for the tank. I did pull off the cap just to see if it would really blow air out. It blew a little bit, but not as much as I thought it would with the sound, the gurgling sound it was making. And it hasn't affected the drivability of the vehicle. But it's really fun. It's one of those things that the trail doesn't have to be super hard for it to feel challenging and rewarding driving it. Going up some of those hills through the ruts with a manual, you could probably see that when I got kind of stuck and I pushed in the clutch, you could see the vehicle just fly back. That's how steep the hill was. Very deceiving on camera, but it's pretty steep. But it got through it really good. It actually drives through rutted areas rather well with the leaf springs. And this is old. This is like original leaf springs with like some auto parts store shocks on there. They're not even good shocks. So eventually, I'll put some probably Old Man Emu, the Australian ARB type setup. I think I can get a whole suspension for this, meaning 4 leaf springs and 4 shocks, for about maybe $1,200. I think you can do like a 2-inch lift. You can do that's about it, like 2 to 2.5 inch lift. And I don't really want to lift this that big, but it sits pretty good right now. Those are a little under 33-inch tires that are on there. They came off the 80 series when I first bought it. That's what was on there. Those are 80 series wheels. And those were the tires that was on there when I got it. So just out having some fun. Probably going to go back and maybe troubleshoot that oil pressure center because everything is working on the dash. The 4-wheel drive light works. The parking brake light works. The seatbelt light works. The speedo works. The alternator works. The gas works. The temperature, the water temp works. The only thing that's not working is the oil pressure. You look at it and you're like, oh no, do I have oil pressure?